Welcome to the IAC Nuclear PET Accreditation On-Demand webcast on the requirements for appropriate use criteria. I'm Mary Beth Farrell, the Nuclear PET Director of Accreditation, and in this webcast I will be discussing everything your facility needs to know to successfully meet the requirements for measuring appropriateness of nuclear cardiology studies. Quality improvement is a major component of the IAC accreditation process. As a review, Part C of the standards lists the quality improvement accreditation requirements. Section 1C of the standards discusses the general requirements for the quality improvement program. Section 2C discusses the measures. Specifically, labs are required to perform one measure from each of the following three areas annually. Those areas include administrative quality improvement, such as report turnaround time or patient satisfaction surveys, technical quality improvement, such as evaluation of image quality, and physician performance or interpretive quality improvement, such as inter-observer variability or defect quantification reporting accuracy. Section 3C discusses the meeting requirements. Facilities are required to have at least 2 quality improvement meetings per year. All imaging staff are required to attend the meetings, and there must be minutes documenting the data measures, discussion, and plans for improvement that result in the quality improvement measures. For more information on the quality improvement requirements, please watch the webcast titled Quality Improvement. In September of 2009, the IAC announced its intention to incorporate the measurement of appropriate use criteria into the quality improvement component of all of its accreditation programs. New standards were added to the Nuclear PET Accreditation Program in 2010, detailing the requirements for appropriate use measurement. Standard 2.2c states that as part of the ongoing quality improvement program, facilities providing nuclear cardiology and cardiac PET imaging must measure the appropriate use of radionuclide testing based on criteria published and or endorsed by professional medical organizations. This means that at some point during a facility's 3-year accreditation period, appropriate use of imaging studies must be measured at least once. This standard went into effect July 1, 2010, and it is expected that beginning in 2013, laboratories applying for reaccreditation in nuclear cardiology will be required to submit documentation of measurement of appropriate use. Also at this time, the requirement is only for nuclear cardiology testing. However, all other areas of general nuclear medicine and PET are encouraged to measure appropriate use as appropriate use criteria become available and published by professional medical organizations. As I just mentioned, facilities are required to measure appropriate use of radionuclide testing based on criteria published by professional medical organizations. The most recognized appropriate use criteria are the 2009 Appropriate Use Criteria for Cardiac Radionuclide Imaging, created by the American College of Cardiology Foundation and endorsed by other medical professional societies. This is a revision of the first set of criteria published in 2005. The criteria may be downloaded from the American Society of Nuclear Cardiology's website at www.asnc.org. Standard 2.2.1c states that appropriate use must be measured in a consecutive time period, such as a 2 to 3 week period, so that at least 5% of the annual volume of patients referred for radionuclide testing are evaluated. For smaller volume facilities, a minimum of 30 patients must be evaluated. So, for example, if a facility's annual volume of patients is about 1,200, then appropriate use must be measured in 60 consecutive patients. Standard 2.2.2c states that the overall results must be documented and the percentage of appropriate, uncertain, and inappropriate indications must be reported. An important component of the requirements involves education and reporting. Based on the results of the appropriateness measures, facilities are required to develop a program for educating and reporting appropriate use, which includes patterns of adherence to appropriate use criteria, baseline rates of adherence, goals for improvement of adherence to appropriate use criteria, measurement of improvement rate, and confidential comparison of reports on patterns of adherence in aggregate by ordering physician, ordering practice, and interpreting physician. The good news is that measuring appropriateness of cardiac radionuclide studies fulfills the annual quality improvement requirement for both the administrative and physician performance. So the year that the facility measures appropriate use, they would not be required to perform administrative or physician performance, but they would still need to measure technical quality, such as image quality, that year. Many facilities are finding out that measuring appropriate use is fairly easy and that they prefer it to monitor it every year, which is certainly acceptable. The AUC strives to assist facilities in the most complete application submission possible. A series of other webcast articles, checklists, and sample documents are posted on the IAC Nuclear PET website in order to provide additional guidance to those seeking accreditation. In addition, there are 2 other webcasts specific to appropriate use criteria. One is about the appropriate use criteria, and it explains the terms and how to measure appropriate use. And the other webcast describes the helpful tools and programs available to measure appropriate use. Please feel free to contact me or any of the IAC Nuclear PET staff at any time with questions. We look forward to helping you.